fights.
Terrence, who's the hardest puncher you fought in whichever way?
The hardest puncher, I really can't say who the hardest puncher is. I don't know. Gamboa was the fighter that, I would say hurt me, but like the hardest puncher, I really can't tell.
So I mean, if Gamboa, was able to hurt you and you're a much bigger guy, Tank's gonna be fighting Gamboa. If he lands flush on Tank, do you think he's still got the power to hurt him?
It was different because I was careless. If you watch that fight, I had just hit him with an uppercut, and I put my hands down and I just walked right into it.
Huh.
Not seeing it or anything. And those are the shots that hurt you the most when you get too overconfident.
How you do a great job of staying focused in the rings? Like you're always a technician, like you're always 2 steps ahead playing chess. How you keep that mentality?
This is something that I always had ever since I was a kid. The fight's never over until the last round, the last bell. So you never can get overconfident. Anything can happen. It's boxing.
You put up the shot recently on your IG about Mayweather. During his time, he was criticized for. He was so good. He was criticized for picking opponents, at the right time. Do you think some of that is rubbing off on you, that you're so good that people are finding a way?
I'm not picking fights. That's the difference between me and Mayweather. Mayweather had the pleasure of saying who you want to fight, when you want to fight. I'm not picking any fights. This is my mentor. I couldn't say yay, no, or let's skip over him. So that's a different situation, But at the same time, Mayweather in his prime, he wanted to fight everybody. He just couldn't get those guys in the ring to fight him at the time that he wanted to fight him at.
Does that inspire you to get to that level? Will you be the shot caller, the ultimate A-side, regardless of whoever you see?
It'll come. It'll come. Like I said, the only thing I gotta do is focus on winning, and everything else will fall into place.
But I'm sure you'd like to get things done as quickly as possible as you can in the ring every time you step in the ring. But there's a part of you before your career ends, do you want to have a fight to where the world gets to see, the dog in you? The world gets to see an opponent push you to the point to where you really got to gut something out and pull off a great victory.
Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, I'm not in the sport to be in a slug match. It's called boxing for a reason. But if I have to get in a dog fight, I'm well prepared for that.
What were your thoughts when you heard about Spencer's crash? And knowing that, Aaron Heyman even talked about the fight.
Well, I'll just tell you.
No, just about the crash itself.
I already talked about the crash, I wish him the best, Let's talk about my opponent this weekend.
Is it trippy when people ask you, like the question about, why do people think getting hit is cool, like when he just asked you?
Because they haven't got hit before, All those people that criticize boxers for boxing never been in the ring before. They never had the pleasure of getting knocked upside the head for 12 rounds. It's not fun. We do it because it's our job. But, boxers go in the ring, one person, and leave a different person. And you go home, you eat your popcorn, and you talk to your family, and you say, oh, that was a great fight, But it was a great fight for you to watch, but you don't think about the fighters that went through hell to entertain you.
It's about the trip you have the fact also that people think you have to go through adversity to show your greatness. Like you can't just be dominant and do your thing. Like you gotta have some kind of craziness happen. Oh, now he's great because he had this and this happen.
Yeah, I just laugh at it because to me that's just people not knowing what they looking at.
There's many times a lot of times pound for pound guys get taken for granted. One was Andre Ward. How many more years do you think that the fight fans will have you before you decided to step away from the ring?
I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but I know it's not going to be a lengthy time before I retire. So, enjoy me while it lasts.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.